I guess I want to preface to say, I'm no nutritionist and I'm no expert, so I'm only speaking from my own lived experience. I think it's really important to say that in the outset. Look, I reckon I've always had an interesting relationship with food. I suffered an eating disorder in 2009 and I've really always struggled with food. I actually have, because I've struggled with my weight. In my teenage years, I did Olympic freestyle wrestling, and when you're doing wrestling, it's a sport that requires you to weigh in. And I think that sort of set me on that trajectory that, constantly weighing in meant you constantly watching the number on the scale, and then you're constantly watching what goes in your mouth. It's probably only been in the last couple of years that I've probably had a better relationship with food. I started intermittent fasting last year, and that was because I had high blood pressure. And it was actually recommended to me from my specialist who was helping me to work out a plan. So I do 16/8 intermittent fasting, and I've been doing that non-stop since April 2023, and it works for me. It helped me reduce my blood pressure back to normal range, get off medication, and I just find it works for my lifestyle. I've kind of always been eating this high protein, low carb diet, but what's really changed for me since going on this chemotherapy journey has been my fascination now in kind of understanding what goes into food and what goes into packet food. Now, if you know me, you will know that I've been one that has been on planes, trains, automobiles. I've travelled around the country, I've travelled around the world. And when you do that, you don't tend to cook heaps or have, an extensive cooking culinary, can I say that? I used to be a lot about convenience, things that were easy. I'd go back to basic recipes. But also I wasn't scared to feed my kids out of the frozen food section, and I'm not going to lie about that. I've got an air fryer and chicken nuggets and chicken strips and frozen pizzas and lasagnas and things like that were a constant. And I also used to buy a lot of takeaway for my kids. That has all stopped because I've started to do more research about preservatives and additives in food products, toxins in foods, and what sorts of foods and what sorts of chemicals, particularly in household products such as beauty products and skin creams and all of that, cause cancer. Now, I've kind of got a bit obsessed about it a little bit. And so what we've been going through over the last say 5 weeks has been a process of elimination. A friend of mine introduced me to an app called Yuka, Y-U-K-A, and I downloaded it and I'm obsessed. And so now I'm scanning everything. So you can scan any packaged product barcode and beauty products, and it will give you a rating. And so I won't buy anything that doesn't have a good or an excellent rating now. So that's been an interesting journey. So, food for us now consists of getting deliveries weekly of organic, direct from farmer. I go to the supermarket once a week and I'm buying all organic products. We are trying to eat as much as we can, fresh fruit and vegetables, and cooking the best quality meat and chicken that we can, free range eggs, all of that. That's basically, at the heart of how we're trying to eat. Again, really kind of high protein, low carbohydrates, or really good carbohydrates. I eat a lot of sweet potato, I eat a lot of brown rice, Bergen bread or gluten-free bread. Just trying to keep the recipes a little bit simple. I'm not the greatest cook. I do love to barbecue, and so I've got a great fascination with putting stuff on the barbie and just really, changing things up. One of the big things I've done, and I've noticed this with Cohen, my youngest son, is I've changed up his whole lunchbox. Before I used to put lots of easy things, a roll up and a packet of chips and packets of biscuits and Milo bars. All of that has gone to the wayside. Cohen's lunchbox consists of a piece of fruit, some chopped fruit, a yogurt, gluten-free bread, and I had to try actually 3 types of bread until I got a bread that he would eat, and rice crackers. And I've noticed a massive change in his behaviour based off what he's consuming now. And I get him to eat what I eat. So, you know, there's no cooking separate meals. It's, I'm cooking something, this kid's got to try it, and he's hating it, but he's more and more becoming more in tune with the fact that this is what life is looking like. So again, download the Yucca app, you know, try and get, you know, fresh, whole foods, buy organic where you can. I know it's expensive to buy organic, but, you know, where you can, just try and eat lots of fresh fruit and vegetables, and, you know, hormone-free and grass-fed meat and poultry. I think that's the way to go.